This is 17 things you need to know before moving to San Antonio, Texas. And number 13, you're gonna wanna stick around. Let's hop into the video right now. So number 1 on the list is you're gonna have warm climate year round. Right now I'm filming in the beginning of March in 2025, and as you can see, I'm wearing like a decent long sleeve shirt. A couple weeks ago it's freezing temperatures. We get some mild winters here, but definitely it's gonna be the majority of the year is gonna be pretty warm. Springtime right now is approaching. I'm enjoying this weather. The weather in the mornings and the evenings are pretty pleasant, very cool, very nice. Right now is in like the 50s and the 60s. Later in the day, as the sun goes higher in the sky, it's going to be about in the low to mid 70s. So it's like perfect weather. It can get scorching hot in the summertime, but if you love warm weather, San Antonio's where to be. Okay, so number 2 on the list is affordable housing. So compared to Dallas and Austin, these bigger cities, you're gonna have a variety of historic homes all the way to new developments. So if you want like more historic, you're gonna wanna go to closer to the downtown area, where those homes were built in like the early 1900s. And as you go further out in the city, you're gonna see the progression in age and also a newer development as you hit the outer Loop 1604 and further out even more with actual new developments in current day and age right now in the late 2020s, early 2020s to mid 2020s. So if that's what you guys like, San Antonio is for you. So number 3 on the list is rich cultural history in San Antonio. And we have the famous Alamo with the Battle of, I think it was in 1863. We have the original home site in the downtown area. So for those of you who are moving here and those of you who are also like planning to visit, you can definitely go and visit the Alamo. We have a rich blend of history with like American, Tex-Mex, Spanish history. We also have the missions near the downtown area, a little bit south of downtown. Just a lot of cool things, a lot of cool festivals that you can be a part of when it comes to this particular category in San Antonio. So number 4 on the list is the thriving food scene here in San Antonio. You're gonna get a variety of like Tex-Mex. You're gonna get some amazing barbecue, one of which my personal favorites is Rudy's. For those of you who are locals here in San Antonio, let me know what type of food you guys like. Maybe sometimes you guys might not find certain cuisines. Like for example, my wife is big into Chinese. We haven't really found a good Chinese place or like an Asian place. There are some good sushi places out there, but in regards to San Antonio as a whole, it's a great diversity. I love the taco trucks, the food trucks at night. You guys can go throughout the entire city. You can find anywhere these plethora of options. So when it comes to the food scene, it's pretty good here. So number 5 on the list is the San Antonio Riverwalk. I love the Riverwalk because it's like a long river in the basement. I call it the basement of downtown San Antonio. And you're gonna get a bunch of these restaurants right on the side of the river, or right on the edge of the river, which is a cool experience. Some restaurants even offer dining experience on their boats. As you're gonna see a lot of people, you know, when they come to visit, they're gonna take these tour boats with the tour guides, but there's some restaurants that you can actually experience a dining experience out on the river as you go through the entire river, which is really cool. You have a lot of shopping you can do. There's a River Center Mall on the edge of the Riverwalk. It's just a lot of cool indoor and outdoor activities that you can do with the family. Be it that you're a tourist, be it that you're a local here, you can explore as much as possible. It's gonna take you a long time to walk the entire river. So the faster route would be actually taking a boat, which should be about, I'd say in between 20 to 30 minutes. So if you guys want to experience that, San Antonio Riverwalk is going to be a great spot for you to hit up. So number 6 on the list is public transportation. While San Antonio has a bus system here in town, which is the Via bus system, if you do not have a car, it's going to be very difficult to travel throughout the city. We do not have train stations, we do not have the metro, we do not have subways. We're very limited when it comes to transportation. The other transportation that you could probably do is Uber and Lyft, but if there's something else, I mean, I don't know what else to expect except the Via bus system, the Uber and Lyft, and your own personal vehicle. So when it comes to public transportation, we're very limited compared to the bigger cities like Chicago, New York, all these other cities in the nation of the United States. So it is what it is. So number 7 on the list is gonna be vibrant festivals. So we have a lot of these parades in San Antonio, especially around March, April time. It's called Fiesta San Antonio. It's an event about 10-day celebration. I remember when I was in college at Our Lady of the Lake University, I was able to participate with the men's soccer team and other sports in the university to walk around with our own personal float, which was a really cool experience that I participated in back in my college days. But the city of San Antonio loves it. You're gonna see a lot of people pulling their lawn chairs on the edge of the streets, watching all the parade take place, and just a great way to experience the culture in San Antonio and the vibe of the city, really. So number 8 on the list is outdoor activities. I'm actually in the Rim Shopping Center, and I'm filming this right by Bass Pro Shops. And you have like a little, like mini little park that I'm filming in. As you can see right now, you have this beautiful little pond slash, not a lake, but it's actually a pond where you can just chill with the kids, have a good time. On the other side over there, behind me is like a Starbucks. You have Andy's ice cream over there. I mean, it's a really cool place to just hang out in San Antonio. You're gonna have a lot of these trails where you can take your kids, go bike riding, go walk your dogs, your pets, your cats. If you're that type of person that you walk your cats, go for it. I mean, there's a bunch of stuff to do when it comes to outdoor activities. It can get a little bit hot in the summer, so the best things you can do in the summers is just hit up a water park or your HOA swimming pools. But you know, as far as like outdoor activities, you can do a bunch of fishing, you could do some hunting outside of the city of San Antonio with certain areas of acreage. Really cool stuff that you can do. That leads me to number 10 on the list, which is great for families. So San Antonio is very awesome. It's so awesome for the families, especially if you have kids you want to raise here. San Antonio has a bunch of private schools and public schools you can put your kids in. You can, like I told you guys earlier in the video about outdoor activities. There's a bunch of sports that you can put your kids and have them get involved. I grew up here in my early teens all the way to my high school years, and even in my college days, and I played soccer growing up here, so I definitely enjoyed it here as a kid. San Antonio and Texas in general is great in football. It's very famous for our football. My sisters were in tennis, they enjoyed that. So when it comes to raising a family here, San Antonio is a great option if you guys are considering moving to San Antonio. I personally loved it growing up here. Given the fact that I was born and raised in Chicago, moved from there when I was 12 years old, so I definitely enjoyed living here in San Antonio. Great spot to just raise a family, more of a laid-back city. So San Antonio is something that I really enjoyed and very memorable for me because I had so many great memories with my family and a bunch of my friends, so I love it. Another cool thing about San Antonio is that we also have SeaWorld and Six Flags that is super close, within about 20 to 30 minute drive wherever you are at in the city. This is in regards to the previous point on in regards to raising a family and all that stuff. So I know SeaWorld like the back of my hand. I've been there so many times. I have kids of my own now, so I can't wait to take them and enjoy family time for myself now that I'm a dad. So I mean, you have I'm literally across that way is gonna be Six Flags, like literally two minutes or less with the car. You have a bunch of restaurants there waiting outside for you after you finish the theme park. I just love this area, especially this north part of town in where I'm standing at in the Rim Shopping Center. So number 11 on the list is job opportunities. So San Antonio is known for one of its major nicknames called Military City USA. We have a lot of military personnel here in the city. We also have healthcare jobs that are pretty much booming here in San Antonio, the tech industry as well. So if you guys are in any of those fields, San Antonio is definitely a right fit for you. I definitely recommend you guys give San Antonio a try. If you guys are visiting and want to know more about San Antonio and you want to actually move here, go ahead and reach out to us. All of our contact information is below. We help clients every day, every single day, from people just like you that are watching, and we'll be glad to serve you guys from start to finish. You know, we treat each other like family here. I mean, I absolutely love the city of San Antonio, and then whenever we're shopping together, I'm shopping as if I'm buying the house myself. So I'm gonna tell you guys the good, the bad, the ugly. I'm gonna tell you guys what parts of town are like what parts of town are great. You know, I'm not allowed to steer in any way. I'm here to give you guys these types of videos, to give you guys the best knowledge and in this research phase that you guys are in, to help you guys make the best decision in moving to San Antonio and relocating to San Antonio. So if that sounds like you, go ahead and contact us below. Our information is in the link in the description below and even on the screen right now. So go ahead and call us, text us, email us, whatever the case may be. Even book Zoom calls with us. We'll be glad to help you guys and get you guys on your way. All right, I promised you guys about number 13. If you guys stuck around to the end of the video, or towards the end of the video, we're not quite there yet. But the number 13 on the list is traffic can be very challenging. So what do I mean by that? You guys saw that little bulldozer looking thing that I was at the very beginning of the video. Guys, when I was driving to make this video, I kid you not, there's so much construction happening on I-10, on the corner of I-10, on 1604 bridges, on the I-35 corridor, the 410 bridges on that side of town, on the east part of town. You just to expect occasional delays. When I used to be here, well, I'm still here now, but when I grew, as I was growing up here, all this construction didn't really happen except on the 281 corridor, and now that particular part of town is complete. They're still working on that part of town, but still, I didn't expect it to be this hectic right now. So if you guys commute to work, it's gonna be a little bit difficult if you guys like leave early in the morning, anywhere from like I'd say 7 o'clock to 8:30ish, 9 o'clock, and then the rush hour for like coming home from work is about anywhere from 4:30 to 6:30ish. So I've had some complaints, even with current clients that I'm shopping with, that I've helped in the past, you know, buy their home, and I want to buy another home. Their commute is about an hour, and it's like they're not in a rush, but you know, it's still like kind of annoying. And I want to let you guys know that that lifestyle can happen. So if you guys are wanting to know the ins and outs of the city, which areas are better to live in based on where you guys work, let us know. We will be glad to give you guys that proper information that will help you guys make the best decision in purchasing your next home when it comes to moving or relocating here to San Antonio. So number 14 on the list is public schools versus private schools. So although our public school system here is great, it's phenomenal, a lot of these parents that I've dealt with, and even myself, I'm gonna opt in to private school. I definitely see the value in, you know, if you guys are believers like me, believers in the Lord Jesus, I want to put my kid in a Christian environment, because, you know, some of these other public schools can be a little bit rowdy. Certain parts of them, you know, I'll be honest, there's certain school districts that are much better. I grew up in the north side independent school district, which is NISD. There are other great public school districts called the Northeast ISD. That's another great one. But you know, personal preference, I'm gonna put my kids in a private Christian school, so that way I know that they're being taught the Word of God. The culture is like in the Word of God. You know, not that I'm leaving that towards leaving the burden of the teachers to teach my children the Word of God. Actually, the proper way to do it is first me. That's my responsibility to teach my own children at home, which is what we are already currently doing. But I also want to enhance their day-to-day living, their everyday life when they're away from us, the parents, to be in an environment where they grow up to be mature young men and women, young men and young ladies that know how to live in a society, that are responsible, that are educated and all that stuff. So I love to share these types of things with you guys, because there's a bunch of you parents out there that are wanting to put your children in the right school district, and even maybe opt into the private school. So if you guys are looking to do that, hit us up. Don't be hesitant to reach out. If I don't know something, I'm sure some of the parents from my church do. I'll be glad to get that information to give that to you guys. So that's what I'd recommend, or some of the insights I'm willing to share, and that you guys can find helpful and useful. So there's a lot of variety of options that you can choose from, public school versus private school. for your kids out there. So number 15 on the list is our local sports. We have the famous San Antonio Spurs that have been successful for like the 5 championships. I think it was 5 championships under the era of Tim Duncan, Manu Ginobili, Tony Parker. I'm not a big fan of Tony Parker because I've actually met him at a FedEx once. And his security guard, a French guy, was super rude. I just wanted to hang out with the guy, say what's up. He was on the phone. Anyways, Tony, if you're watching this, you know, be a little bit more friendly. Maybe you are, maybe you're not, but that was the experience that I had. You know, while you were talking on the phone with some person, I don't know. But anyways, San Antonio is great when it comes to sports, especially professional sports. We do not have NFL sports. We do not have a major NFL team here. We do have, I think, smaller, like, I don't know, was it like smaller, not an XFL, I think it is. We do have a professional soccer team here in San Antonio called the San Antonio FC. They're in a partnership or in correlation with the San Antonio Spurs. It used to be called the San Antonio Scorpions, but they are no longer the Scorpions. Now they are San Antonio FC. Know a couple of the coaches there. If you have young ones that are wanting to play soccer, I can point you guys in the right academies when it comes to that. I still have connections with some of the coaches if you guys want to join their academy system. But in regards to local sports, I've been to some of the San Antonio Spurs games. Really great to watch, great atmosphere, super fun, great time to hang out with family and friends. So I really enjoyed it. So I decided to shoot this next point under the shade because it's kind of getting hot. Like I told you about earlier in the video about the weather. You have some like you know, cooler mornings and cooler evenings, but it's starting to get a little bit better. The weather is still fantastic, but you know, just filming in the sun a lot. So I decided to shoot this next point under the shade. So number 16 on the list is the growing tech hub. So a lot of these tech startups are moving to San Antonio. So if you guys are in that type of industry and that type of job work, San Antonio is a great place to be. I definitely recommend you guys get into something super quick, because you know, as these bigger companies come out here in San Antonio, maybe the home prices are going to shoot up even more and more. Right now it's very stable. You know, we've kind of been struggling with the sellers on the sellers end back in 2024. So if you guys are on the buying end, you guys can get some deals going. So I definitely recommend you guys hit us up before these prices get a little bit higher up in the market. All right, so last but not least, number 17 on the list is cultural diversity in neighborhoods. So you have vibrant San Antonio living all the way to outskirts in the suburban areas where you have a little bit more land, a little bit more acreage. So you're gonna get a lot of options that you guys can choose from. So that's why it's so important to contact us, because we know the properties that have like lower maintenance. If you guys are those type of people that just want to do away with like getting a lawnmower and just, you know, blowing leaves, you just want to be in like a really tight backyard, we know those types of properties. If you guys want to be with bigger acreage, we know those types of properties. They're going to be those areas like Fair Oaks, over there a little bit further up in San Antonio, Bernie. Great places to live and like live a relaxed lifestyle, a peaceful lifestyle. So if you want like a little bit the hustle and bustle, which I don't think is that like compared to like bigger cities like I mentioned earlier, like Chicago, New York, LA, all that stuff, but it can be a little bit towards the downtown area. But if you got want more peaceful lifestyle, you can move out into the country, Texas Hill Country. We know it all, guys. So if you guys are looking to move to San Antonio, relocate to San Antonio, go ahead and contact us. All my information is below. You guys are gonna get contact me personally or someone from my team. So majority of the time it's gonna be me personally. All my information is below. My phone number is there, my email is there, my Zoom link is there if you guys want to do it that way. It doesn't really matter how you guys get a hold of us. The important thing is to get a hold of us and help you guys make that move as smooth and easy as possible. So if that's someone like you, go ahead and contact us below, and we'll be glad to serve you guys in the next home purchase. And even if you guys are watching this and you guys are locals here and you guys are looking to sell your properties, we do that too. So go ahead and contact us. It doesn't matter if you're buying, selling, or investing. We take care of you guys from start to finish. So if that's someone like you, hit us up and go watch some more of our videos.